Welcome to Silicon Valley Nonprofits, a service of KMVT Community Media. I'm Bev Lenahan, your host. And today our guest is Eric Valladares, Department Director and Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist for Starvista. Thank you for being with us, Eric. It's nice to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we have kind of a sobering subject to talk about today, and it affects our youth. So we want to hear more about Starvista and how you are meeting the needs of youth, particularly with regard to counseling and crisis prevention. Tell us a little history about Starvista.
Right, so Starvista is a nonprofit organization that has been helping people throughout San Mateo County for about over 50 years, actually.
Oh my.
And we started off as a very small agency. Back in 1966, it was known as Peninsula Suicide Prevention Incorporated,
oh, wow.
where the primary focus was suicide prevention and intervention. And from there, the agency grew into youth and family enrichment services, and it had a variety of programs that was serving families in San Mateo County, and in 2011 we adopted the name Starvista. So now as Starvista we have over 25 programs that focus on counseling, crisis intervention, youth housing, juvenile justice, alcohol and drug recovery, early childhood, just to name a few.
Goodness, and that is more than a few, yes. Absolutely, for sure.
Right.
And your long history means you've gotten pretty good at honing down what works and how to make things happen.
Right, and adapting to just the different needs of the community that can change from year to year. And speaking of year to year, we serve tens of thousands of families each year. We have over 200 staff that are made up of social workers, mental health therapists, case managers, community workers, residential counselors, alcohol and drug counselors, and so much more.
You probably have to facilitate a lot of that with your responsibility, right?
Right, right. And then we also still rely on having clinical trainees who are in internships, as well as over 75 volunteers. And last year alone, we served over 41,000 individuals and families in San Mateo County.
My goodness, that's really a big problem, you know, it's sort of a hidden problem, isn't it? Wow. Right. Well, we know this collaboration is very, very important. So describe how that actually happens. How do you find out who's in need, find out what they need, and then deliver the service to them? Right,
right. So we work closely with San Mateo County to fill those unmet needs. We partner with school districts so that we can connect directly with the youth that we're serving. And we also collaborate with other nonprofit organizations in San Mateo County so that we can share best practices and expertise. And so whether it has to do with domestic violence, thoughts of suicide, homelessness, substance abuse, we really partner with our clients to really best meet their needs. And it's really through those partnerships that we form that we're able to see the transformative work that happens at Starvista every day.
So you're like a clearinghouse, really, in many ways, aren't you?
Right.
And so keeping in touch with the latest therapies and the latest technologies and making use of those in the work you do is probably very important.
Right. We, as an organization, are very committed to ongoing improvement, and we're really about setting the standard of care, as well as finding new and innovative ways of working with our clients to help them meet their needs. We are dedicated and provide a client-focused approach, so we're really trying to focus on the unique needs of each individual, each family that comes our way.
So you have case managers who do that?
Right, so case managers, family partners, so people who are really about authentic family engagement and really not coming with our agenda. It's more about what does the family really need support with, and then just kind of forming a plan around what their needs are and finding ways to best support them.
Well, I understand that self-care is one of the modern ways, if you want to put it that way, of really looking at this, so that ultimately, even with all the support around them, that the individual really takes responsibility for managing their own care over time.
Right, right. With a lot of the clients, we kind of share the whole oxygen mask example that they give us when we're on a plane, right? Is the idea that if you're not taking care of yourself, it's going to be really hard to take care of others. So we really do work with our clients to really see the value in them taking care of themselves, so that if they're looking to support their children, their family, that they can do a better job if they're taking better care of themselves first.
Oh, that's really an important segment of this, because I think it was missing for a while, and that's where the gap was, and people realized it and started addressing that. Very, very positive. So let's talk a little bit about your trained team.
Right.
How do they get trained and how do you find them?
Right, so each program for the most part has a specific population or community that they focus on. So we really strive to provide our staff with trainings and tools that they need to feel like they are able to serve the community that they're working with to the best of their ability. And what that can look like, for example, with our early childhood programs, is that we've trained our clinicians in child-parent psychotherapy, which is a model that focuses specifically on families with children 0 to 5. We train our family partners with parent education models that are also for families with children 0 to 5, and you really see that program to program that we try to find trainings that are specific to the populations that they're serving, so that they really feel like the staff really feel like they have the tools they need to provide the highest level of support.
I imagine a language as something you've had to adapt to too, offering multiple languages for your services.
Right. So in San Mateo County, we see there's this very diverse community, and a lot of the families that are coming our way are monolingual Spanish-speaking families, and so we definitely prioritize having staff that are Spanish-speaking, and it's really powerful to see the connection that is formed when families see that they're being supported by someone who can speak their native language.
Yes, and the subtleties that we have in communication are often best in our native language.
Right, right.
Especially when the emotions are all involved.
Yeah, or even just the way to talk about mental health can vary from culture to culture.
Yes.
And I think that being able to have staff that are bicultural, bilingual, they're really able to have a deeper understanding of what mental health means to the different communities that we serve.
Well, I'd like to hear from you a story, someone who really has been changed, their life changed by the Starvista services. Tell us a story.
Right. So when I was managing a program at Starvista, I came across Grace. And Grace was a 34-year-old single mother of 3 children who was homeless. And when she came to our programs, she felt very desperate and felt that there was just nothing that she could do to change her situation. Through Starvista, she was able to get connected to some programs that were able to provide emergency housing for her daughters. And as thankful as she was that had happened, she was still absolutely devastated by the fact that she was not able to be with her children while she was looking for a place to live, looking for a place to work. And that's where our case manager came in. And our case manager, as she described it, really did give her the motivation, the hope, the encouragement that she needed to feel that she could do something about what was happening in her life and that she would be able to be with her children again. So in a short period of time, she ended up finding 2 jobs, enrolling in ESL classes, opening up a checking account. But as she described, the most important thing that happened was that she was able to find an apartment so that she could be back home with her kids again. And she said very clearly that a lot of the things that seemed impossible at the time, that having the support of our case manager really did make her have the hope that she needed to feel so that she could get out of the situation that she felt that she was trapped in.
A bridge of encouragement.
Right. And it really is at the heart of what makes Starvista so special. It's the connection that our staff form with our clients, because it's through that connection that I think our families start to feel hope again and really start to feel that there is, light at the end of the tunnel.
Sure. Do some of your clients actually want to get into the work then too?
Absolutely.
Be trained to help?
Absolutely. We do have volunteers and staff that through lived experience or through being part of Starvista just kind of find out how do they get involved, whether it's by becoming, like paid staff or by volunteering a few hours here and there. But they really kind of form that strong connection with the agency and just want to give back to the community and give back in some way from everything that they feel that they got from being part of Starvista.
That's wonderful. Well, we want people who out there who either have a need or want to help to be able to get in touch with you. And how can they do that, Eric? Right.
So they are welcome to visit our website. It just got a nice remodel. So it's www.star-vista.org.
Okay.
And they can also call at 650-591-9623. And our receptionist actually speaks English and Spanish. So
that's helpful
yes.
too. Wonderful. It was great to have you here today. Good fortune in your work.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.